Hello there, guys. Welcome back to the Chelsea Man Football. I hope you are doing all right around the world. We have to talk about N'Golo Kante and the situation. It's getting worse on Kante's side. I didn't expect Kante to be gone just like that. It's not good. After everything the guy have done at Chelsea, we have to talk about this because, it's silly to say nobody's backing him, nobody wants him after all this time. Come on, do something. We know the guy's injuries, right? We understand, but he has done so much at Chelsea. My thinking is this is the new owner, the new staff. I don't think he appreciates N'Golo Kante for what he has done at Chelsea. That's what I see, right? If he was Roman Abramovich, maybe Kante will get to sign the contract maybe for 1 year, more 2 years, you never know, like they did to Thiago Silva, right? But subscribe to the Chelsea Man Football, hit the notification bell so we can reach 2K subscribers. Thank you very much. And shout out to Cameroon for watching my video for 10 minutes. That is great to see. So Cameroon, thank you very much for taking your time and watching 10 full minutes. I am very grateful. So thank you once again. Now let's go back to Kante. As I said, what a surprise. There's no one talking about Kante. Maybe they're busy, right? The Premier League is coming back very soon. And we don't see anything happening for him. Let's go straight into it from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea have still no agreement with Kante. New contract. Hard choices for French midfield to leave as free agent in 2023. Kante should love to stay, but no deal in place yet. Chelsea are already looking at young midfields. The feeling internationally at Chelsea is that they want to rebuild the midfield with young players. There is new chances Kante and Chelsea could part away in 2023. The feeling around the players' side and the club side is that Kante will leave on a free transfer. Kante should love to stay at Chelsea, but there is no agreement at Chelsea now. The only person who can change things is Graham Potter if he wants to keep Kante. Do I think Graham Potter wants Kante? I have a question mark. And I'm worried because he's not talking about that. To keep the midfield. He'll only want to keep Jorginho, for my understanding. This is the best midfield in the world, N'Golo Kante. As I said, of course, he has a little bit injury here and there, but let's not forget, it's Kante, right? He can come back stronger. He always does. And I know because when he comes back stronger, when he start pushing himself like he does, maybe he'll get injured again. Keep the experienced midfield, buy another midfield, talk to him. Okay, look at this, mate. You are not going to play like you used to. You are not going to play every game because, we want to keep you safe. Your injuries are coming very quickly. As you get older, you are 31. So talk to him nicely, right? And I think Kante will understand. And he said he wants to stay at Chelsea. He doesn't want to go somewhere. So why not give him what he wants after everything he has done? Everything he has done at Chelsea. He has won every trophies at Chelsea. He helped this team to get the Club World Cup, to get the Champions League, to get the Premier League, everything. So just do him a favor, give him what he wants. That's it. And talk to him, as I said. Buy another midfield, like young midfield that you see they said in there. And then give Kante a contract and tell him we are not going to play you over time. And I think Kante won't mind that. He'll be happy. So when we need somebody, we need an experienced player in the midfield when we have injuries or when we have those new midfields we buy, if they're not performing properly or the form has gone down, then we bring Kante in, experienced one. That's what it is. It's the same thing on the back in the defense. You see, when they were struggling or when we're reading at 1-0 or 2-0 and the enemy team are pushing you now, you bring Aspiricueta in like they did to Aspiricueta, experienced defender. And the Aspiricueta will cover you. The same thing with Kante. Kante will cover us in the midfield. Why not extend the N'Golo Kante contract? So, there's a midfield from Brighton Graham Potter is looking at. Maybe that's why Graham Potter doesn't want to extend the N'Golo Kante contract. As you know, Graham Potter, former manager for Brighton, and of course, every manager, when they go, they like to bring their staff where they were. As you see, Graham Potter has brought all the Brighton staff to Chelsea. They are working with him. It's sad for Brighton how he did it. Very, very sad. But, as I said, it's normal a manager to bring some players to where he was. It's just normal. Everybody does that. I completely understand that. But don't get the whole team. Brighton, they have some good players, but they are not world-class players. They cannot win you trophies, right? They cannot. I don't see world-class in Brighton team. I only see one player in Brighton that is Caicedo, the Belgium guy. That's all. That's the one I see. The rest, I don't think so. They are world-class players. Chelsea definitely have Brighton midfield Moises Caicedo quite high on their list of transfer target, as manager Graham Potter looks to a potential reunion with the Senegalese star at Stamford Bridge. As I said, Potter wants him to come at Stamford Bridge and there's a midfield. I think we're doing the right thing to go get the midfield. I'm excited about that. And as the January transfer window approaches, we need to be linked with midfield like that. As we know, Chelsea are talking to other people, to the agent of Declan Rice, to try and get him to Chelsea. But we are not going to be alone in this race to take Declan Rice. City, Liverpool, Manchester United, they are all in the race to get Rice. He's a great midfield. He's the one I always said he needs to come to replace Kante. There is one guy, and this striker, I said about him, I don't want him to come back at Chelsea after all these shenanigans he did. So who is this? Lukaku. And let's see what Chelsea said about it. Chelsea are not interested in bringing Romelu Lukaku back to the club next summer. So Inter Milan have opened talks to extend his loan for a further season. Lukaku wants to stay at Inter and is not considering moving elsewhere. Thank you. Stay at Inter. I do not want you myself at Chelsea. Troublemaker, man. Troublemaker. Let him stay at Inter for another season or 4, 5, 6 seasons. Let him retire over there. We don't want players like that with big attitude. And he has that influence when he comes in the dressing room, when he just starts stamping. It will influence everyone in the dressing room. And you don't want that, right? That's why you'll start losing game. If there's one man, just, with a little fire, when it's shared to other people, the fire will start growing, and it comes a big fire, and now everybody's disturbed. We don't want that, especially right now. We don't know how we are playing because, all the players left to go to the World Cup. So when they come back, we don't know where they are right now. So we hope that this Premier League game comes. We hope we see something different in these players because we are in a mess. Losing 3 Premier League games for the first time since 2015-16 season. If you remember, we were in a bad form. We lost the same thing and we did it again in 2022. So let's hope when all the guys comes back and from the World Cup, let's hope everything is changed. What do you think about Kante's situation? What do you think about Porter wanting Moises Caicedo from Brighton, a midfield? As I said about the midfield, I am happy is linked with him. We really need midfield. I said in one of my videos 3 days ago, I would take every midfield I can. I would take everyone. See what we can do about that, especially the defensive midfield and the creative midfield. Those two, they are in need at Chelsea. Good business. Now, let's see this guy from Netherlands is a midfield and is doing fantastic in the World Cup. I am so happy Chelsea have been linked with him. If we can get this guy, that's a good deal. That is a good deal. And who is it? Denzel Dumfries tells David Hornstein on Chelsea link. Of course, it is a big compliment to be linked with Chelsea, but playing for Inter, it is a big compliment too. Chelsea move in January. He said, I'm confused. He said, I'm focused on nothing else but international team, and Inter tells the Athletic. His focus on Inter and his Netherlands team right now. Of course, they will say all that stuff if they've been linked with another club. You cannot start saying, okay, I want to move to Chelsea. Oh, I want to stay at Inter. You are playing the World Cup. So focus in a World Cup. I will say that too. It's normal. But behind the scene, we don't know. Maybe he's happy to move to Chelsea. He's happy the rumors are coming out like this. I'll be happy too. I'll be very happy. So let me know about all that stuff about Dumfries linked with Chelsea. And it looks like Chelsea, they're going to push until this guy is signed for Chelsea to replace N'Golo Kante in midfield. He's the only guy I see to replace N'Golo Kante midfield and Rice at West Ham. Those two, if we can do it, we have done a good January business window. Thank you very much for watching the Chelsea Man Football. Subscribe to the Chelsea Man Football. Hit notification bell so we can reach 2K subscribers. And remember to stay safe wherever you are. And God bless.